Okay, another note that I wanted to make on this tower, it is 2¼ inches in diameter. This is very strong. As far as the only difference that you're going to see in this tower between that and a custom tower is that the joints, as you can see here, have set screws and are bolted together. Doesn't mean that they're any less strong. It just means that periodically you'll need to go and just check them for tightness, as opposed to a custom welded tower. You don't have to check them. Now here's our boat. It's a 2001 Centurion. It has its own factory tower on it, and as you can see, this tower's tube diameter is 1 7/8, whereas the tube diameter of the tower on this boat here that we've just installed, it's a 95 Sea Ray, it is 2 1/4. So the difference between ours being at 1 7/8 and that one at 2 1/4 is dramatic. Now I'll do a little pull test, and I'm going to connect this up to a tripod so you can see this better. Okay, just so you can see the side-by-side comparison, basically. This, like I said, this is the factory original custom wakeboard tower that was made when this boat was originally made. It just came with it. Now, as you can see, you give it a pull, completely solid. Nothing moves. The only thing that moves is just the boat itself. But other than that, it's completely solid. Alright, now let's check the same thing on this tower, on the winch tower. As you can see, the only thing that moves is the entire boat. Completely solid. So, as far as if anybody asks, whether or not there's any kind of shake or wobble in a tower, the winch towers are completely solid. Exact same as the ones that you find on the factory towers. Again, the only difference is that these ones have bolted joints, whereas a custom tower is going to be welded together. And the custom towers do involve quite a bit more time, and that's why they're more expensive, because each individual tower has to be tailored for each individual boat. Whereas these ones, they're made to be able to fit any boat, and then the installer just makes the adjustments when they actually make the installation on the boat. One other thing that I didn't mention, when you go to drill through the side of your boat, before you drill, be sure to check for any kind of wiring, plumbing, anything like that that may be in the wall. That's one of the things that I went in and checked before I went in and did this. Before I drilled any holes through the side of this boat, I had to make sure that there's not going to be any wires or anything like that in the way. And if there are, have somebody else come in and either hold the wires out of the way, zip tie them up, move them out of the way so that you don't have an issue. Nothing's worse than getting out on the lake and finding that you nicked a wire when you were doing a wakeboard tower install, and your boat finally decides to short out and not run. So that's a precaution that you'll want to look out for. Again, these towers, if there's anything that gets scratched on them, you just take a high-speed drill and a buffing pad and some jeweler's rouge, and it takes any minor scratches right out, puts it right back to a mirror polish. If you do a really nice deep gouge in it, it's still recoverable. You can still go in, and you have to sand it out this time. Use a coarser, a coarser grade sanding material, and then work your way up to lighter and lighter until you're up to 1,000 grit. Once you're at 1,000 grit and it's nice and smooth, then you can go in and use your power buffer, takes it right out. Learn that by experience. All right, that's everything that you need to know about installing the WINCH Wakeboard tower. If you have any questions, we're here to answer them. Our number is 1-800-769-9246. And anybody who purchases a WINCH Wakeboard tower from us also gets 10% off of our sale prices on any wakeboard tower accessories, and this customer took advantage of that and purchased those combination racks. And that's all.